April Fools is still several weeks away, but it looks like the ARPG space wants to get an early entry in. And I'm talking about this latest controversy that's happening in the ARPG genre, and that's between Path of Exile 2 and Last Epoch. As everyone has just been made aware, Last Epoch, which has already announced that their season 2 is going to be on April 2nd, well, with that out in the public, Grinding Gear Games just dropped some content update, being that on March 27th, they're going to provide a live stream and reveal of their their 0.2 content update, which is going to go live. Are you ready? On April 4th, just 2 days after the release of season 2 of Last Epoch. Now, normally this kind of announcement would come with major fanfare. Everyone that has been playing Path of Exile 2 is just salivating at getting some new content in their hands. However, this comes with a little controversy, and in today's video, we're just going to go over that. And really, it's my estimation that everyone is going to be a loser with this kind of timeline, and I hope to explain that in this video. Here is some of the rhetoric that's going on, and as you can see here, Path of Exile 2 and Last Epoch, a clash of release dates, and there's been some takes, and Zizaran, Last Epoch, 2nd of April, Path of Exile, 4th of April, the two amazing things next to each other, which it was more spaced out. Udijo is really hyped about the choice of launch. The launch date is horrible. And there's a lot of stuff. Gazi says that he's beyond himself excited for both LE and POE 2, but the scheduling is horrendous. Like, I can go on and on and on. Like, there's a lot of negativity coming back to Grinding Gear Games about this announcement, knowing before they made the announcement that Last Epoch was going to come out season 2 on April 2nd. And there you go. Zizran's in it on again. If they release on the 2nd, people will play for 2 days and then play POE 2. That's an insane suggestion. You can go back and forth. There's people that I'm going to play Path of Exile 2. There's people that say I'm going to play Last Epoch. And there's people that are going to go back and forth. To me, at the end of the day, obviously, everyone is going to make their own decision, but it's a decision that really shouldn't have been put forth in front of us, in my humble opinion. I have to say, both 11th Hour Games Studio and Grinding Gear Games have been very respectful of each other's timelines, and I understand you can't always drop content that completely respects the other games that are out there, and this may be the case for Grinding Gear Games, but it's my humble opinion that this announcement of Grinding Gear Games launching 0.2 on April 4th, only 2 days after season 2 for Last Epoch, it's a no-win situation for nobody. It's going to divide part of the player base, and unfortunately, both games are not going to benefit from it, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to try to play both, but like Zizaran brightly highlighted, so I'm going to start Last Epoch on April 2nd. And although, yes, I would say the grind is quicker on Last Epoch than it is on Path of Exile 2, what are you going to do? You're going to put the game, like, I'm going to stop playing on April 4th. That's probably what I'm going to have to do. And if I'm having a good time and the game is grabbing me, it's going to feel awful to put it to the side. And I'm going to go play Path of Exile 2. And then while I'm playing Path of Exile 2, if I had fun in Last Epoch, that's always going to be in the back of my mind. So it just sets up for a really sour experience for the people that really were looking forward to playing both games. This is it's not a win-win for anybody. And I'm really surprised. And I have to say, if we look at some of the rhetoric that's happening here, like some people are saying, you know, my motivation to support GG is dwindling. And this is about the fact that they're releasing point 2 days after Last Epoch. Some diehard Path of Exile 2 lovers have chosen, you know what? Me and my friends, we're playing Last Epoch Season 2 in April. Now, don't get me wrong. That is just a little tidbit of what it's out there. There's also the other side of the spectrum. I'm going to play Path of Exile 2. Don't get me wrong. My point is, I would bet that prior to this whole shit show with Path of Exile 2, it wouldn't have even been a question. I would say 99.9% of the people would select Path of Exile 2 over Last Epoch just because of its popularity. But however, considering what's happened in the last 3 months with early access, considering all the noise that's out there around how Grinding Gear Games handled this, you think they would have that in their back of their mind and say, you know what? Let's give a couple of weeks gap from Season 2 Last Epoch, and let's drop point 2 in the middle of April or the third week of April. Is 2 to 3 weeks really, really going to put, you know, a wrench into things for their early access roadmap? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe they purposely did want to compete with Last Epoch and say, you know what? We don't want, you know, we want the whole cake and eat it too. Unfortunately, it's my guesstimate that that is going to come with a price, because as I showed you, there are people that are saying, you know what? I don't think you're going to fix the game with point 2 yet. You still need some more time to cook. I'm going to enjoy Last Epoch. So there are part of the player base that is saying that. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this pans out. Bottom line, this is not good for anybody. This is not a win-win. This is a lose-lose. So let me know what you think. What side of the fence are you on? Are you selecting one game over the other? And once you're done with that one, you may go to the other one. Are you trying to divide your time in half and try to play both? Where are you on this spectrum? And what are your thoughts on Grinding Gear Games dropping point 2 days after Season 2 of Last Epoch? I would love to hear your comments. The good news is, at least we're getting a new class in Path of Exile 2. Amongst other things, they're doing a live reveal on the March 27th, which we're going to cover. I think there's going to be a lot more stuff that we're not going to know. They're going to do a couple of mic drops on that live reveal, but only time will tell. Anyway, let me know how you feel. It's sad, guys. It really is sad. This could have been dealt with differently, in my humble opinion. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you for watching. We'll hope to see you next time. Take care. The opinions expressed in this video are mine and solely mine. Healthy debate is always encouraged. Hate is never welcomed. So get over it.